Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening. I am Muzakkir Asyraf bin SAHARUDIN from BMFG S1K2. My topic is about education. Which is better to study on your own or in a group? Why? Okay, we know that many students have different study approach that depend on their preference, character and availability. Some people are more self-centered and prefer working alone, while others prefer interacting with others and engaging in group discussion. Personally, I will prefer to study alone, which I believe this will help shape me for the future as it forces me to be independent. Studying alone allows you to study whenever you want and whatever time best suits you. It saves you the hassle of trying to meet at the scheduled time at places that might not always be at your convenience. Some students need to be in a calm environment to achieve the effectiveness of their studies. These students are better off studying alone. In doing so, they will be able to concentrate more on their studies without worrying about being distracted by the chit-chat of other peers or anything that can cause a distraction. Studying alone also forces you to read the entire text in which you are required to study, and it also forces you to think since no one else will be present to feed you the information. When you are faced with problems that may seem difficult and no one is there to tell you what to do, you will more than likely resort to the textbook, and you will also think hard about the problem and the best possible solution. In doing so, you are enabling yourself to improve your ability deal with problems on your own. On the other hand, studying in groups exposes members to a wide variety of ideas, and it also exposes them to different ways of solving problems, which can be very helpful. However, studying in groups won't be effective if the group members are not dedicated, inconsistent, and lazy. Effective studying is dependent on the mentality of the group members. Students that study in groups have to choose times and place when they are able to meet, which will be suitable for most, if not all members. Group meetings are more than likely deemed a failure if a suitable spot cannot be found for gatherings. In closing, although studying in groups helps you to solve questions faster, encourage friendship, and contributes to a somewhat noisy environment, I will rather study alone as opposed to studying in groups because I am better able to stay focused in a very peaceful environment as opposed to an environment that consists of unnecessary chit-chat. I will be able to spend as much time as I need to strengthen my weak areas, and I will be able to work at my own pace without having to worry about inconveniencing anyone else. Studying with other people can become stressful and chaotic, especially if I am studying with people who do not take their work seriously or that are inconsiderate of anyone other than themselves. As mentioned earlier, studying alone will help me to develop a sense of independence, which will be less risky for me because I will be able to depend on my own understandings rather than the understandings of someone else. That's all from me. Thank you.